Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying with Jim Misiura. Today I'm going to show you how I make my own dubbing and how I make my crystal dub. My black crystal dub I make, this is all rabbit hair here. It's pretty simple. You just take all of the rabbit hair. I have a piece of the skin. I have a whole skin, but just go ahead and pluck it off, just like that. And then you can mix it just like this. Just with your fingers. I go one way, then turn it, and then turn it again, and just mix it all in together. And you do that by hand, but I'm also going to show you how I do it with the coffee grinder. I'm gonna put more in there, and you want this pretty loose when you put it in your coffee grinder. And you can cut it if they're a little bit long. You could chop it up. I generally don't chop so much. Maybe when you take this, and you pull it off, and you got some long strands here, you can cut that in half if you'd like. Leave the guard hairs in there. It makes a spiky look to it. You can use anything. You can cut up pieces of yarn. Just take your regular yarn, little wool yarn, and cut them into small pieces, just 3/4 of an inch. Break them up and mix that up, or take, this is Gartside Secret Stuff, and this is the olive, and that's what I use for my stuff. And here is the pearl. In this bag, I don't even know if I even took any out of here, but you see this bag. Let me take the air out of it, give you a better idea how much is in there. Okay, now I took the air out of this. You see how thick that is? What's in here is like, there's two pieces, and it's like two Brillo pads wrapped. Okay, and this is the pearl, and you can use things for mixing, such as ice wing. This is a pink one. This is basically the same material. It's just all polyester. Although I use a little bit of this, you're still not getting as much. Here is another ice wing. This is bait fish mix, and look at how much you're getting. You buy the stuff from Gartside. This is the peacock. Buy the stuff from Gartside site, and you get 10 times the amount you get from the regular bag. Okay, here's one. Here's a pearl that I haven't used very much of it, but there's that. I don't know how much that is, but here's the same color, and look at that. Okay, so anyway, what you want to do is, this is my rabbit, and I use, like I said, I like to use the olive GSS. I'm going to put it in my grinder, and then I'm going to take some of the olive GSS. And I'm just going to pull it off, just break it off. And then I'm going to break it up. Just go ahead and break it up. Just like so. Here, I'm going to take a little bit of it. See, I'm breaking it. But I'm going to take a little bit of it. And if you mix it by hand, you should put it in a big Ziploc bag, like a gallon-size Ziploc bag, so that way you don't lose it. But I'm going to take some of this that I have in this little Ziploc, and I'm going to mix it with and just basically doing this, but do this inside that gallon-size Ziploc bag, like I said, and you'll get it all mixed in together, and you'll have yourself, of course I only did that for a short time, but you mix that all up, you'll get a nice blend there. And I'm going to take all my GSS, I'm going to put it in my blender. I'm going to take, that was a lot of GSS, so I'm going to put even more of the Rabbit in there. I have this bag. I'm going to empty that bag out. And you want to kind of keep it in there a little bit light, or, you know, loose. Just kind of just throw it in there like loosely. Then I'm going to put the lid on, and then I'm going to turn it on. Get one of these from the yard sale. Don't use the one that your wife grinds your coffee with. And we're going to see how that worked. I can see already how it's blended right in there. So here it is, and you can see how it's all blended in. I actually have to mix some more of that. I need more GSS. Put some more GSS in. You know, you just mix it by eye to what you want. Again, I'm just going to always just break the GSS. Always break it. Whatever you use, angel hair, ice wing, whatever. Just always just break that up. Get that in there. I'm going to kind of mix it a little bit by hand, just to try to encourage it. Put a little bit more in there even. I'm going to get a little heavier one. There we go. Now I'm going to put the lid back on. And sometimes if it wants to float too much, you can put something in there. I put a bead in there the one time, just a trinket bead, one of the beads that I use to make my homemade bobbins with, but that got smashed all up. So this is the first time I'm going to do this. I'm going to put something else in there. I'm going to put a piece of foam in there and see what that does. Just something to kind of put a little weight on it, to push it down, you know, help it get down in those into those blades. I don't know, maybe make them 1/2 by a half by a half. Just had a piece of Just had a piece laying there, so I'm going to just put them in. I'm going to see what this does. But having something, you don't want something that's going to dull the blades out, but you also want something that's heavy. Maybe a small piece of wood or something, I don't know. You can actually hear it. Hear it hitting it. You know, and this is helping to get it moved around. I can see it bouncing around in there. Okay. I'm going to take it out. Well, that foam actually worked pretty good. It didn't chop them up. Now I'm just going to pull those pieces of foam out. But you can put whatever color you want in there. Pearl is good, whatever, blue, you know, olive, peacock color, anything like that. Got it all over my hand, but here we go. We got a nice piece of that black Rabbit Krystal Dub right there. And if you were doing it in the bag, this is what you would do. Just basically go this way. When you get to that, then turn it this way and do that again. And like I said, you can do this with any kind of dubbing, any kind of fur. You can use rabbit, you can use squirrel, whatever kind of fur you want to use. And you can see how small that grinds up. So don't chop the angel hair or whatever you're going to use to mix it. Don't chop it up too large or too small. So you could get pieces in there, because it's like glitter all over my desk now. But I'm going to put this inside. I have my box here. And basically this is how I do it. And I get the big box. And I'm going to put this in my black one. And you use something, of course, to help you get it out. Just to help you get it started. And there you have nice Krystal Dub right there. When I'm putting it back in, a way to get it, if you have a whole bunch like this, have this all, I just simply take it and kind of roll it and put it right back in that hole. And in it is. Here I have some gray fox that I got from a trapper, and basically what he did was just shaved the skin. So I'm going to take this, take a bunch of this, and I'm going to split it up a little bit. I'm just going to take that and just get the clumps out of it. This makes a very nice, this gray fox makes a very nice, what would be a hare's ear blend, but this is a gray fox blend here. A lot of guard hairs in it. Just gonna break that up. And once again, if you want to turn this into dubbing by itself without electricity, you just keep pulling it apart and putting it back together. I mean, that's it. I'm going to put it in the cup, and I'm going to give that some pearl flash. And I'm just going to take a bunch of it there. Then I'm going to break this in half, maybe break it in half again, You don't want to get it too small because you'll end up with glitter. I'm going to put that in there. Kind of help it get a little bit blended with your fingers. Just a little. I'm putting it in the coffee grinder again. And this only takes a couple of seconds worth. See what we got here. Stick that all back in there. I'm going to put a little bit more in there, but you can see how well this just mixed right in. And again, this is what you would do if you were doing it by hand. Just simply and then I take it and then go the other direction, and it mixes up there pretty well. I'm gonna put a little bit more of the flash in there. The guard side stuff is 8 inches long, so you don't want to put it in the grinder 8 inches long. So that's why I broke it. But it really gets mixed up there. We'll try that one more time. But again, don't leave it run too long because you'll have glitter. And here we go. How beautiful is this? How beautiful is that mixture right there? This is a Gray Fox Krystal Dub right there. So I hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Please visit my sponsors. Don't forget, best deal in town right there, jackguardside.com. Go ahead and get, they have 6 different colors, I believe. So go ahead and buy yourself some of this. It's really, really inexpensive when you get it from this place here. And most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.